Shocking footage of the biological warfare that is currently going on in Spain. You can see here the coastline of Spain packed wall to wall, 20 deep, with an unending flow of Muslim migrants, 60,000 of them, World War Z style, flooding into small little Spanish enclaves on the coast of Africa. And this is, of course, happening, and I call it biological warfare because these Muslim countries that don't have any jobs or opportunities for these young men, don't have any social safety nets for these young men, they are shoving them into Europe as a weapon. This makes, of course, Spanish society far more Muslim. It means that they can exert power over these comparatively rich European countries with lots of resources, take their resources, and claim it for Islam. It's happened before in Spanish history. Spain was the country that the Moors invaded, and they were able to conquer the entire country. It took Spain 700 years and hundreds of thousands of Christian deaths in order to crusade the Muslims back to Africa and back to the Middle East. And here we go. All of that work undone in 12 hours. Now, there are reports that the military is now having to send these Moroccan Muslims back to where they belong, but who knows? Why wouldn't it happen again? Tell me, what's going to stop this? What's going to stop this? And as you watch this footage on your screen, just a reminder that this is what our border looked like just a few short years ago. We're talking less than a year and a half ago. This was our border. This footage in particular, I find really choice because this is Texas putting up barbed wire and the Biden administration sending in bulldozers run by the U.S. Army to lift the barbed wire up so that the criminal aliens could cross over and then create shanty towns, third world shanty towns, all throughout America. This is the Haitian invasion of our nation. Just a reminder that something like 20% of Haiti lives in America. Why is that allowed? Here's our African invasion. There you go. And remember, the moment they step foot on this country, Amy Coney Barrett tells you that they're just as American as you, who can trace your ancestors right back to the Mayflower. Don't worry. They're just here to enrich all of us. Yeah, okay. Joe Biden tore down the barrier wall. Arizona put up a giant container barrier wall here, and Joe Biden ordered it torn down. They had to dismantle it. And then Joe Biden sold all of the border wall parts. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Donald Trump has not only bought those parts back, but he's reinforcing the border wall. Massive new border wall expansion is underway. In the big, beautiful bill, they were able to sneak in billions of dollars to continue to build a secondary barrier. And the border wall has taken shape. The administration created the most secure border in the history of the country. Border wall is beautiful. And now they're building a massive secondary containment area because what was proven is that, you could blowtorch your way through. It is, of course, a massive border. It's 2,000 miles long. No army on earth has enough men to station 2,000 miles worth of garrisons. We use drones and technology like that, but really a wall works great. A secondary containment system works even better. You can understand exactly how important this would be in order to make sure that even if you're able to penetrate the first wall, which you've seen perhaps some of the footage of people with welding material, cutting holes into the wall itself. And you can see here how beautiful this is. Look at that. So you get in. So what would happen here is you get in, let's say you weld your way through one portion of the wall. We've seen that, the cartels use a blowtorch, right? And, blowtorch their way through one part of the wall. Well, then you're trapped. Then you're trapped in this like giant containment system like a rat. And you have to scurry all around like a rat through the border, and it makes it there's no place to hide, right? As you can see here, it's just pristine sand. So now you have no place to hide. So you better bring your welding equipment straight across the way. You better hope it reaches, your blowtorch right across the way. And man, this is a thing of beauty. Look at that. Incredible. The literal opposite of what Spain's doing right now. So these are massive crews building secondary containment walls on the other side of the first. Presumably, they're building them around high touch areas that have been problematic. There are some areas of the border that are very easy to get across comparatively, to travel to and from comparatively. And this is critically important to get this infrastructure down. They are moving heavy work here on the border. Beautiful to see. Got to go down there and see it for myself. I assume this is in Arizona. Heavy work. 2 border walls. What's better than 1 border wall? 2 border walls. Man, looks beautiful. Yeah, I mean, you're screwed. What are you going to do with that? What are you going to do? You better start digging because you're going to need a tunnel to get through that. You're going to be trapped like a rat in between those two. Right? It's Donald Trump on the Spanish border crisis.
Yesterday, and I watched the catastrophe that took place. It looks like an invasion of a country by hundreds of thousands of people. And that same thing's going to happen to us if the Republicans don't get elected, except worse. Much bigger, much easier to get into, despite the fact that we have built thousands of miles of wall, drug prices.
Double wall. Come on, baby. Double wall. If I were not in office, this would make Spain look small time, says Donald Trump on the Spanish invasion. That's completely true. Good time to mention that Trump has done more to secure the U.S. border. That's a matter of absolute fact. This is what was happening under Joe Biden. Look at this. It does look actually worse than Spain. This is more concentrated human suffering and biological warfare than Spain. And that was just 50,000 in one day. This is what our southern border looked like under Democrats just a few years ago. Flashback. Numbers are critically important. I mean, listen to this woman. This is like Trump saying it right. This woman saying, we're just waiting for this president to go. We're waiting for the president to go.
Después de eso.
And after that, we're going to try to cross the border again. Not before.
Mi sueño mío cuando yo salí de mi país es hacer algo por mis 2 niños y no pienso regresar hasta que lo logre. Sí.
¿Y por qué? ¿Por qué no puedes hacerlo en Guatemala?
Fíjese que hay mucha escasez de trabajo.
Oh wow! Look at them. They're practically starving. You get some very cheap Ozempic, right? Trump's always talking about. Look at it. They're practically starving. Oh, it's so poor. Why aren't you in Guatemala? You remember all we ever hear is like, oh, they're persecuting them. They're going to kill them. No, she's like, I want a job. I just want a job. I just want more welfare. That's what she says. She just straight up says it. Thanks, CNN, for that. In 1 year, we've seen a decrease of 25% in total H-1B visas, 90% decrease in new H-1B visas. Trump administration is slowly getting rid of that program. New York Times reports that Trump's H-1B changes have closed the border to foreign worker recruitment among many employers. Good. H-1B is down 90%. Good. Look at that. Trump has cut legal migration more than illegal migration. Good. Yes. Thank you. Biden and Trump, here are the arrests and here are the releases, and it's down to nothing. Look at that. Nothing. All you needed was a new president. Look at that. Asylum grant rates have plummeted. It's down to nothing. Look. Goodness gracious. These are my favorite. These are my favorite charts. Look at that. Incredible. Weekly removals skyrocketing. Interior deportations skyrocketing. Voluntary departures really skyrocketing. They're up the highest. And finally, red states are having more babies than foreign babies. Incredible. Children by ideology. We will literally outbreed them if we just keep going. This is why they need the replacement population. We're not going to let that happen. We just need 100 years of MAGA. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. Keep fighting. See ya.